All right, ladies and gentle dudes, the time has finally come. We're only 4 days late. We are announcing the Loot Studios competition within our Discord. Thank you so much for your patience, everyone. It's been kind of a weird time. First, I'm going to announce the casual competition winner, and after that, I'm going to talk about the hard mode competition, and I'm going to give the judges feedback. Without further ado, let's step in. This is the April competition, a Ghostly Odyssey. The model was Georgios Minoulis, and let's go ahead and check out the winner. So, for the casual mode winner, congratulations, Shaggy Coat. This is very well done. If you look at the majority of the comments on this one, it said very realistic, very great colors, very good use of the highlights and everything on the armor. Very well done. Very good job. All right, let's hop into the hard mode competition finalists. Left, right, we have Pixel Brush, Sasha, Alex Does Minis, David Ragazzo, and Rotten Miniatures. This one, there was a little more flexibility in the mini. Most people decided to do the same mini as the casual mode, just because I think it is a nice sense of community cohesion when we all work together. But I do like the one that Rotten Miniatures has picked. I think it's a very cool undead looking zombie guy and pulled off very well. So let's start down the list. Judges' decisions. Hendarian says his vote goes to number 3, Alex Does Minis. The golden armor, the cloak, and the partly visible skin tone are the most consistently well worked out compared to the competitors. He did say what could use more work next time is the base, though, because he can't quite figure out what the material is meant to be. This actually was a very common complaint about this base. As much detail and beauty was put into the model, personally, I kind of felt that the base was super underwhelming. I know it's supposed to be kind of like maybe like Gladiator's Pit, so maybe that's like the sand of the Gladiator's Pit. I'm not really sure. But yeah, it felt like there could have been something on that base. And again, this has nothing to do with Alex Does Minis. I know that he had said in the Discord that he was waiting for some other basing materials, but this is kind of all that showed up. So kudos to you, Alex, for working with what you had. I just felt that as a sculpt, it seems like such a waste when so much time and effort went into the model, and it's apparent that like nothing went into the base. It's kind of a little underwhelming there. Mezgeik says that he loves Sasha's model. He loves the mood of the model. The cold tones and steel non-metallic metal give him the battle vibes from Gladiator movie. Reflections on the breastplate and abs area is a beauty. The cool red cloak is nicely painted and goes well with the cold theme. He would have liked to see a colder base to match the story, and also felt that his head needs to attract more attention. Would have painted his hair like Maximus because the dark would provide needed contrast and dominance. The gray hair is quite similar to the steel non-metallic metal, and not different enough to draw my eye to the face. I'd also love to see a bit more dirt and grime going on, just a touch, to add to the story of what's really going on. However, a striking model, well done. Emil from Age of Squidmar says, many great participants, such a tight race. Despite all this, the non-metallic metal with secondary colored reflections stood out in the group. Fantastic paint job. That one goes to Sasha as well. Brent from Goobertown Hobby says, this piece tells an awesome story with the base and the arrows. The color palette has a wonderful classical look. The stone, the metal, and the face all came out great. This is for David Ragazzo. Very, very aged. I like the look. I'm actually pointing to the screen, which you guys can't see. Anyway, I do love the look. I love the very classic, like almost patina on the armor. Really well done. Monument Hobbies, Slowview says, control of paint application is the best here. Smooth blending and understanding of light and dark works really well on this piece. Subtle texture on the wood shaft of spear and cloak works well. Metallics are great, other than the belly area, which lacks the shine contrast of other areas. Base could be better as model seems a bit detached, but overall the best of the bunch. Again, I have to agree with the base, but we do understand that this base came as sculpted. This is not just a homemade one. Jam's Mini Mods. This is a really hard decision as they all look great. But this had to be my choice because it immediately caught my eye and kept it there. After staring at it far too long, I came to the conclusion that the blends can't be real. They're incredibly smooth, the contrast is on point, and every detail just pops. The definition of display piece. Great work. Luke from Geek Gaming Scenics likes Pixel Brush's Mini. He says the blood and mud effects. Also, like the contrast on the face. You're drawn to the angry face before any other parts, but the mud and weathering is lovely. I do like the difference of the armor. The shield and the armor plate looks more ivory and more alabaster and not the standard silver or gold. Really awesome. I like the blood effects also. And you definitely did something different with that base, and I think it works really well. Cornell says, best is number 3 in my opinion. There's a harsh contrast achieved that defines all parts very well. Textures are spot on. Skin is almost as insane as the non-metallics. The effect on the shield is super cool and not overdone. The Mini is painted to a technically high standard. I miss a bit of character though, a bit of dirt, dust, a few scratches. A few are there already, but not enough to paint a picture. Red Eagle Studios also picks number 3, or Alex Does Mini's model. The smoothness of the brushwork immediately stands out, actually making it a pleasure to view, especially the light orbs on the armor. The depth and placement of the shadows really gives a cinematic feel to the model, especially the area behind the shield, the helmet plumes, and the darker half of the spear. The metal areas look very realistic, especially the curve to the helm and shield. I really like the natural colors to the materials. The wood of the spear, red fabric, and the dulled leather works very well alongside the brightness of the armor. The best thing for me is that no area looks rushed, so I can savor all the detail for a long time and my eyes are drawn to the many points of interest. Definitely something to be very proud of. Last but not least, I decided to put my vote in. This helped bring the total judge count to 10. I also had to give it to Alex Does Minis. As I said in my little write-up, I felt the Mini truly captures the feel of each different texture. The metal feels cold and smooth, whereas the leather looks worn and coarse. The cloak beautifully mimics a fabric light enough to blow in the breeze. I think this artist's work is the best depiction of the sculptor's vision. Honestly, this one I felt was incredible, especially when looking at the non-metallic metals. You have some parts of the gold where it's brown or black, and then it fades up to this almost perfectly white. And it's very difficult to do that in such a small area. I really like the way it's done. It definitely made me feel like this guy just got this armor, and this is his first time using it. Maybe he's like a champion who won this armor. Either way, I think it looks amazing. I think he did a really good job, and I definitely do feel that it kind of stands out above the other ones. That being said, it is a bummer that your basing material did not come in. I would have loved to have seen what you were planning on doing with it. And I have to say it again, I was really kind of shocked how plain this base was in comparison to everything else. That being said, let us go ahead and take a look at the winner. Drumroll please. Alex Does Minis. Congratulations, Alex Does Minis. You are the winner of the hard mode competition. I'll be getting a hold of you very, very quickly, giving you the download information as well as a few other goodies I'd like to send your way. Thank you so much, Loot Studios, for supporting this. Thank you, Hobby House. Everyone that's participating, thank you so much. You guys are all incredible. Honestly, it is so awesome to see everyone coming together and talking about things, not just the competition, but their own personal side projects or things inside or outside of the hobby. I feel it's a really cool place where we're all able to come together and connect, not just as artists, but as friends, as people that like the hobby, as gamers, as whatever. And it's been really cool getting to know each and every one of you. I'm just really excited to see where this goes. Once again, congratulations, Alex Does Minis. So for the month of May, we're actually going to be promoting one of our very own members, Tiger Skull RPG. This Wraith model is already in the Discord. I've sent the link out for free. Please feel free to download it, print it out. This is the model we're going to be using. Now, I've already said in the Discord, we will be keeping the crypt base. Now you can make a diorama, you can make a little graveyard around it, that's totally fine, but for this model, let's keep the base and the miniature as is. If you have any issues or questions about printing or downloading the file, just DM me on Discord, and I'll make sure that you get the information you need. For this one here, working with Tiger Skull, we will be putting together a small little folder of maybe a few of our favorite prints for the winner, and that winner will also get, the first place prize will also get this desktop playmat. It's 24 by 14 inches and 1/16 of an inch thick. It's the smooth cloth top with rubber backing, almost like a mouse pad or like your standard table board game mats, things like that. But you will notice how amazing this is. On the left hand side, you see Tiger Skull's logo. On the right hand side, you see my logo. Thank you very much. And then in the middle, the Wraiths of Old, which is the pack that these Wraith model came out of. May 2021 painting contest, and the top says champion. That is the first physical gift prize we have. That's also being provided solely by Tiger Skull. Thank you so much, Tiger Skull, for being willing to participate. We are super excited as a Discord to be able to do stuff like this. And everyone, if you are interested in doing this, or if you know someone that's interested in doing a competition like this and would love to have this model for free, go ahead and go to the download. I will pin it in the competition page, and let's just see what we can do. I think this is going to lend itself some really awesome to some pretty cool OSL effects here, like maybe some glowing from the crypt, ethereal looking robes. I'm super excited to see what everyone's going to bring to the table, and I just can't wait to see who wins that mat. So once again, thank you so much for participating in the April competition. Congratulations, Shaggy Coat and Alex Does Minis. Hopefully I have already sent you the link to your prizes. Let's get cracking on this next competition. I cannot wait to see what you guys do. And that's the end for this video. So without further ado, pop out.
Like I'm Jimmy.